Hello again, everyone. It's Nick Michalak and my friend Trent Zuberi.
Hello.
We're doing a return to our Steven Seagal commentary series with the wildly popular Under Siege. So, guys, if you have a copy of the film, this is an audio-only commentary, so hit the timestamp of the film to 0 and hit play now.
Another Warner Brothers release.
Yes.
Now, this was his highest grossing one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Check how much.
Yeah, this was a big one. I remember this had... I mean, they were all hits going up to this, but this, for some reason, this one just exploded.
Yeah. $156.6 million. That's like... Before his films maybe topped off maybe like $50 million or something.
Yeah.
With like Marked for Death or something.
Which were still considered successful.
Oh yeah, wildly. Big
What do you
stuff.
think? What do you think made this one different? What do you think it was? The advertising? Or
A little bit of the average. Well, one is another one of those Die Hard clones, Die Hard on a boat. But I also got two other stars, Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey. Busey was still not like a lead star, but he was definitely a strong supporting theme for like Lethal Weapon, Point Break, and everything. So like you saw Gary Busey had a certain level of quality, and Tommy Lee Jones.
Was Tommy Lee coming off The Fugitive on this?
Fugitive would be after this because it's the same director, so they worked on this thing and then they re-teamed for Fugitive.
Tommy Lee had a hell of a 90. This is 94?
92.
92. Sorry,
Yeah.
So he had a hell of a year.
Yeah. And plus, this one is generally lighter tone next to other Seagal films, which are a lot more hard edge type of stuff. This is a little bit more, even though it's probably still like an R-rated film, it had the lighter feel to it, more fun instead of kind of grisly action stuff.
Yeah.
It just geared more towards a general mainstream appeal.
Well, the hair's shorter on this one. The signature ponytail was gone.
Well, yeah, probably just make it realistic that he's serving in the Navy in some capacity.
Yeah, you just gotta go to with that kind of detail. You don't want to look too out of place.
Yeah.
What I was told, I remember reading about this, was that they really had good detail. I guess they brought in some really good consultants to make sure that some of the detail was really spot on. Which I think was appreciated by some of the military and whatnot.
Yeah, because, I mean, especially if you're using an aircraft like this, you've got to get the permission from the Navy and whatnot, and Armed Forces are always very particular about the details of what they'll be associated with.
Yeah. I think this movie really, like, when did Navy SEALs come out? Was it 91 maybe?
Yeah, slightly before this, like 90, 91, something like that. I got
a lot of Navy movies.
I got the laser disc.
Do you?
I watched it.
The only thing about Navy SEALs I remember is in Clerks, the scene where they make fun of Navy SEAls. Well, yeah, a lot of Navy movies in the early 90s, I guess, right?
Yeah. Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, that's another one.
It's one of my favorites.
A lot of ships going on in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, just right off the Cold War type of stuff, so I mean, trying out that kind of thing.
No, they set up your antagonist immediately, within the first 3 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, Busey.
Before he was so weathered
Turncoat,
looking. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, he looks pretty much in his prime here.
Yeah. But they really set it up immediately, if you think about it. Like, they didn't really give you a build on who's his foe is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really get started pretty quick on the story. Like, you know what's going on, what's happening. It was always fun because I remember the promo leading up to it was just like he's a renegade chef or something.
Yeah, he's the cook.
He's the cook, and he turns into somehow Steven Seagal finds a way to.
Which can, again, part of the marketing whole thing of the appeal of it all is kind of like it's a bit of a kitschy kind of hook in the trailer. There, it's kind of funny, whatnot. So you're catching the audience with a little bit of humor to the situation.
Yeah. Well, Bush, I forgot that he actually had a cameo in this.
It's 4 years in the White House there. Be right at the end of his run.
Yeah.
They would have shot this just probably during his re-election campaign or something.
That's nuts. I completely forgot that he had a cameo in this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He should get some movie credit, right? There's an IMDb credit for him.
Something.
I mean, the production. I think this is a much bigger production too. They got a huge budget to do this movie. It's almost like you had to.
$35 million budget.
Oh really? Oh
yeah,
wow.
$35 million.
Which, by today's standards, seems like nothing.
Oh yeah, especially when like a couple years before you had T2, which was like $100 million film. So I mean, but that's the advantage. You can do kind of a big budget action film, but because you got such, it takes place in such like closed quarters, whatnot. You're not gonna do like big explosions, whatnot. It only a lot of big special effects.
Yeah.
You just gotta work on the character and the story and the action set pieces inside with the hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. Andrew Davis.
Which gets a tad lost these days. There's still some films that do more scaled down action, but they usually still have a few big set pieces, like a big car chase or something like that today.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll see it. But any other like cameos in this movie that like, oh, that guy's in this?
I think the last shot we had was Bernie Casey, who passed away
recently. Yeah.
The redhead here, I know he's from something. I don't know what. Maybe like a TV show or something.
I love when you watch movies from the early '90s. And, guys who are bigger stars now.
Yeah.
Say, wait a minute, that guy was in this.
You see like Gary Sinise in something before Forrest Gump or something. It's like.
That's always fun.
Or Terry O'Quinn from like doing something in the '80s or something. You know?
Oh yeah.
He looks the same now as he did 30 years ago.
Pretty much, just shaved head now, right? Is that right? And he did a lot of them, Terry O'Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Tons of stuff that you
hard worker.
But he didn't really hit it big till
Lost propelled him into being a household name, but he was working his ass off
for years
like hell.
Yeah, that Stepfather series, wasn't that the big
Stepfather 1 and 2, and then they replaced it for the third part because he didn't want to come back.
And then that was a semi bigger one, for being a straight to tape type of thing.
Yeah, a cult classic type of thing.
I heard a lot of these scenes like this were semi improv on Seagal's part. He did a lot of it was just kind of like let the guys have a little free reign to do. Like you can almost see it too. A lot of it comes off natural, which is one of the things I liked about him. They doesn't get credit for.
Yeah,
is that he comes off a little natural on certain things. Like you could tell when he's forcing acting, and then you can tell when he's just kind of like, let's wing this scene, let's see what happens. Yeah. And then piece it together with some editing, but
and it helps that this is the same director he did with Above the Law, his first feature, so it's like a very comfortable working relationship.
Oh yeah,
and I think Andrew Davis did comment that going from the first film, then like a couple years later to this thing, he was much more of a very confident personality in a certain way. He was much more of an in charge type of guy.
Yeah,
you definitely saw a change in how he functioned on set and everything.
Davis didn't do any of the other ones, right? He didn't do.
No, the second one I don't recall who directed it.
Yeah, I remember
I could look at it right now. We got the box right here. Some guy named Jeff Murphy. I'm not familiar with the name.
Even the production was just bigger on this one. You can just see the quality in film.
Yeah. The Blu-ray here looks really nice.
Yeah, that should.
Good quality.
Anybody's watching the Blu-ray, you can really see a difference in how I saw it originally on theater than the VHS. Yeah, they did a really good job converting this one.
Yeah.
Oh, his name is Ryback.
That's nice. Yeah.
Get your action shot of him. He
Yeah.
does have talents.
Just lay that little thing in the background of who he is, what he is.
Such a cool villain, like Commander Krill.
Krill. That just sounds like a villain name.
I've never met a guy named Krill.
Just Gary Busey. You kind of know he's the bad guy.
Has he ever played a good guy? I can't remember.
Well, Point Break, he was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a good cop. I mean, just watching a smile like that, you kind of get the idea. Yeah.
He's a built villain.
Snidely Whiplash in a certain way.
He's a complete. His face is just a villain.
Yeah, he's just got the features for a villain. He's got all the things that express the big kind of expressive eyes, the teeth, and everything. He's just got it.
I remember reading what did I hear this correctly? Was Gary Busey? Did he originally audition for Han Solo? Was that something?
I don't.
Was he considered or something?
I don't know.
Because Patton Oswalt had a bit
about that.
Patton Oswalt had a bit about it, where he talks about how could you imagine if Gary Busey played Han Solo and
I mean Kurt Russell, William McCad from Greatest American Hero, a whole bunch of people, Christopher Walken.
I'll try to find that for you, but if anybody's listening that is a Patton Oswalt fan, try to find that bit where he talks about Gary Busey and the Han Solo, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks about just a funny play on. Can you imagine him as Han Solo? And what is that? Apathetic style he has sometimes, and it's pretty funny.
I mean, he's definitely got charisma and a little bit of swagger sometimes, but I don't know.
No, I mean, it was.
I don't think he would have played the sillier parts of the character as on the money. If that ends up being a true case and whatnot.
He's just a great heel.
Yeah.
I feel like Seagal always has he makes sure the director of lighting always shoots him with that little shadow.
Cinematographer.
There's always that slight shadow over the top of his head. I mean, it just makes it look so much more epic.
Yeah. It's got that mystique going. Oh,
Jesus. I like that. That's not striking up. This is striking an officer. Hey, look, as we've seen in the past, they set it up quick with these movies.
Yeah.
Which I gotta like. I mean, I like the. You gotta know where you're going.
Yeah.
At certain times I like. Sometimes I like a slow build, depending on what the movie is. Like a drama, I'd like a slow build.
Mm-hmm.
Actions, give it to me right away.
Yeah.
And you're only in there for 80 minutes, maybe 90, right?
Yeah.
Averages, especially the ones in the 90s, you're in there for 90 minutes and less.
Yeah.
So
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. So just get in there. Let's set up the action.
I think this one's about an hour 43 or whatnot, but yeah, I mean plus it gives you that little beat or whatnot, just to give you a little bit of juice to go on, that you're not sitting around waiting for things that you see the action that he's going to be giving out a little later on, just a taste. So let's get some conflict going, get some physicality in there.
Yeah.
And get the plot moving forward. Yeah, this is just signature Busey. It's everything he does. The little snap the fingers or whatnot. Just
yeah.
All little things.
Michalak from the cold day in hell. This guy looks like an 80s rocker.
It's so amazing that he almost got kind of typecast after Fugitive.
Yeah.
As just the guy, the cop hunting someone down. And you can see it. You'd do the same character in a Western or this, that, and the other thing. It'd be when you look back just one film before and you see what he can do here, it's God damn, he can be a fantastic villain.
He is. I mean, he's a very versatile actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Erika Eleniak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playboy model.
Yep. Don't recognize this song, do you?
No.
No.
Not that I would know.
Yeah.
The voice sounds a little familiar on it.
Yeah. To wait for the credits.
It's like a Navy boat's the first woman they've seen in a while, and they just all lose their minds.
Oh yeah.
Was she on Baywatch? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, she did Baywatch. I'm trying to remember. I'm losing it right now. What is his character supposed to be here? Tommy Lee.
Well, it's like a mercenary or whatnot. In real, once we get to the
no, I mean, like, what's the but
right now he's supposed to be like the MC or whatnot.
The MC, right? Okay.
Thing, yeah.
That's what all right. That's what I'm like. What did I miss here? He's coming. That this guy would be on the on the damn ship.
Master of ceremonies.
Yeah. He's got the sport that nice cut. He just took on that right cross he took. Shit. The rogue chef, man. I believe this is her first.
It might be her
first movie, yeah.
Yeah, or at least first feature role. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He looks like when your dad wants to dress up for Halloween. He's like, "Well, I'm going to be a '80s rocker for Halloween." Oh, okay, Dad. Yeah, check this out. Look what I picked up. And like he literally just looks like your dad dressing up for Halloween.
Yes, I mean the leather jacket and the tie dye shirt is like 80s and like 60s mixed together.
It's like you're mixing. It's like everything I know about rock and roll. Yeah, that's what they wear, right? Yeah. It's funny. He said the ponytail's like the signature, but you see him with the short hair, and it's like, it's. I mean, it almost looks the same from the front, basically, but it's slicked back. But you really just kind of you're seeing that ponytail. But yeah, that's semblance of being in the Navy. You have to keep that.
Yeah.
And it may be so ridiculous if the one guy gets to keep his ponytail on the whole ship.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I believe he had it back for Under Siege 2, though, didn't he?
No, he doesn't.
No?
No.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at the box here, and definitely does not slick back.
Oh, gee. Gary Busey in drag.
Oh, Jesus. Good Lord.
Jesus.
Something I never wanted to see.
No. Who's what? It's probably Busey's idea to do that sequence. Oh, gee. I do not need to see those legs.
Yeah. Just, I don't think I've ever seen Gary Busey walk or like bounce around like that.
Oof. He ain't doing it today, I'll tell you that much.
No. Yeah, you gotta hear some of the bit on him being Han Solo, just like how Gary Busey has that apathetic type of style, like, oh jeez, oh god damn it, Chewbacca, go fix the goddamn hyperdrive, oh jeez, son of a bitch, you know, like just he's like a constantly frustrated character. It's a great little bit about it, and definitely worth seeking out if anybody's interested.
He's a maniac. He spit my soup.
Spit my soup. What a rebel. How about that for a line in a Seagal action movie? Get my pies out of the oven. Well, that's hardcore. It's like if you're Van Damme saying my quiche is done, you know, or something. Schwarzenegger softened up later. You know, I could use him as an example. Well, Schwarzenegger had a kid in a movie once, so go figure that.
That's another odd line.
There's some great lines on this that you'd never hear these guys say otherwise.
Lord Almighty. That is not remotely the weirdest thing Gary Busey's ever said. Looks like a clown.
What a party.
This is nice. Yeah.
Still a stiff though. That guy's not having partying, not having fun at all at this party.
There we go.
Jesus. Wow.
Yep.
You know, it's good that I haven't seen this in a while. It really made that. Yeah. It made that fresh. Jesus.
Oh. Oh.
Well, this is wicked. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, yeah, he's in The Fugitive.
Yeah,
too.
he is.
Yeah.
That's like every Andrew Davis movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, he used to be a cop in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I think. He plays one in Fugitive.
He plays in something, and yeah, Fugitive Falls. You're right.
Yeah.
And Above the Law. Yeah, he's good. He's just like that.
Yeah, very signature.
Feature a total Grabowski cop, basically. That was good. Wow, what a little turn. Yeah, you're right. It has that that Die Hard feel, obviously. Yeah. Die Hard on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that guy in something too, and later on. Start off as such a nice, fun party. These siege type movies like this,
mm-hmm.
Die Hard, The Rock, they'll have the formula, the baseline's the same, right? But
yeah.
But the way the kind of the dressing on top of it all has a unique style.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord.
Fuck. I mean, you gotta have those kind of moments in this thing just to show how serious these guys are.
Jeez, like pump that one guy full.
Punch up the threat.
That guy runs around and telling people, "Yeah, I was in a Seagal movie once." Oh yeah, what'd you play? Well, guy got 18 bullets in him, no lines.
Oh.
This is like, what an operation.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like, I mean, smart villains and everything. I mean, they got everything corralled and they got everything figured out. Guys inside, guys outside.
What is he getting there? Let's see. Yeah. All while dressed in drag.
He's right here to like steal like a missile or something like that. That's the.
I like that.
seems like a weird continuity thing because you just saw Tommy Lee Jones in the stairwell and he was wearing like a black sweater.
Yeah.
Now he's back into the leather garb.
That's right. You're right.
That's a weird
yeah, you're right.
snafu.
I am not going to lose the image of Tommy Lee Jones as like my dad dressing up. He's like, hey, I'm going to be you for Halloween. Dress up like you do. And that's what that is. That's his a dad's interpretation of a rock and roll guy.
You always got to have the geeky tech guy on the heist here.
They got all the makeup off pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
A lot of different sets, for like, I mean, they did a good job showing like, different rooms and stuff on the ship on a big, battle, or what do they call these ships, like a
battleship.
Battleship, right?
Yeah, aircraft carrier, whatever. No, it's just a battleship. Now, the black guy in this whole scene, I've seen him in other stuff.
This guy? Yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely he's like the muscle in a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. Colm Meaney, he was in Star Trek, Next Gen, and Deep Space Nine, and
it's another one that came.
He's all over the place
around this era. That's similar to this, like a Siege type.
Yeah.
Is would you consider Cliffhanger? We didn't really take
over. It's a tad. It's basic type of thing.
You got a heist involved.
You got
right?
heist and terrorist type of thing. Yeah. It's basically that. Yeah.
The '90s are just full of this shit.
Yeah.
Man.
And Van Damme's sudden death, which I think is fantastic. I mean, we watched like Passenger 57.
Yeah, well, that's good. I like that one a lot.
The first time I saw it was like 15, 16 years ago. I didn't think too much of it. I like to watch it again. Get a fresh perspective on it.
Today's eyes, I think, I have a better perspective. Yeah, you had Passenger 57. You had what's the Con Air, and then Seagal's. Well, he only had a small piece in that one on the airplane.
Oh yeah, Executive Decision with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, that was. He was only there for.
Yeah, because apparently him and the producer didn't get along.
Is that what it was?
So they cut him for the rest of the film.
Is that what it was? Really?
Yeah.
Was he supposed to have a bigger part?
I think so.
Yeah, I always was upset because they marketed it somewhat as a Seagal movie. Like Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal.
Definitely, Seagal's star was much more prominent at the time than I'd say Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell he's always consistent with what he does, but I didn't think they were promoting him as like the big action star because he's the guy in the suit in the film.
Yeah.
Seagal's clearly like the special ops dude on the whole team.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones just handing out raw meat to everybody. It looks like.
It's a bit of a different thing because you got a tandem villain thing in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Most of them are just like one main villain. It's got kind of a nice thing to have that kind of dynamic here. Almost like almost like a video game. You got the sub boss, you got the big boss.
That's true. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Now here it's almost like they're equal partner villains, right?
And now Jones is back in the sweater thing.
Yeah.
You can kind of see where maybe that other scene was probably supposed to go originally.
True.
Where they just decided to rearrange things just because it made more sense in the montage of everything.
Mm-hmm. It always got me. It's like, we're watching this and we caught it right now.
Yeah.
How is it there's a crew of hundreds of people and nobody's hey guys, the sweater.
Yeah.
We should correct that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have big people who do this for a living. And it always blew my mind. It's like two guys just watching this commentating on. We caught it right away.
Yeah.
But there's guys who get paid to do that.
Yeah.
That's their job. They're certified editors.
Yeah, first off, during production, it's usually the script supervisor maintaining continuity from scene to scene, shoot to shoot. Then I'll see like editors or whatnot afterwards.
This guy was definitely in something. Like another bit part, but I've seen him.
Oh, you're gonna get it.
A lot of extras in this one. They got
some scrawny henchman on the left.
Yeah, that guy's tiny. What's that guy gonna do? Oh, I guess we need a gun.
In the reefer. It's an interesting term for
the reefer.
Refrigerator. Can't I just say fridge?
Yeah.
It's odd.
They shot him anyway. Set cleanup's gotta be a bitch right there. Look at that. There we go. And we're off. We are off and running, folks.
Yeah. Get those cuffs off.
You going? Get that key though.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! They blew that lock right up. What I always liked about the Seagal character, and all the characters he played, and some people might bag on it because he was always made out to be a little superhuman in that regard. But I always liked that he was always a step ahead hero.
Yeah,
he always had like right now he turned the lights off, and like it created this new dynamic, right? But he always has that in every movie. He's the hero with
tactically forward thinking.
But they always give you a background. Like they always say, he was a Marine. He was this. He was that.
He's DEA or he's Special Forces type of guy.
Right. So he always had that idea to be a step ahead.
Yeah.
So it was believable to me that he was like he knew how to outsmart the bad guy.
Yeah.
And something I don't think his. I mean, it's different characters, but I don't think they don't emphasize. I'm probably one of the few people that probably emphasize that he always had just that step ahead. He was always outsmarted them somehow.
Yeah.
But by being tactical, it wasn't like he had some ridiculous like. I mean, sometimes he takes on 10 guys and he's the only one standing.
But still, I mean, there'll be points in time like I don't know, I think like Hard to Kill or Out for Justice, like. They'll be in a car chase, and then he will go off into like more of a controlled environment to have a throwdown with the guys or something like that.
Right,
so
right.
It's like,
already the fight and kills in this movie have a much more realistic tone.
Yeah.
Like even the struggle involved, they have a much more realistic style than the other ones. Did they show he got the cuffs off? I didn't see that. I mean, he was struggling around. Unless he took the keys from the other guy.
Yeah.
They put a vinegar-soaked, like, bristle brush or sponge, right?
It's probably some kind of smoke screen or cause a fire.
Or explosion.
Yeah. I miss seeing in films like a real jet, fighter jet. Now it's always like a CGI thing now.
Me personally, that's why
there's something about the weight of actually seeing the thing flying through the air.
It gives you a sense of like, I'm realism there.
Yeah.
As you know, I mean, you and I have talked about. I'm not big on new movies because of that. I like older stuff like this because I like seeing a scene where I can feel like I can step into rather than what it's just basically a green screen and it's all BS behind it. I wish I'd build more of a relationship between him and the captain.
Yeah, they don't share any scenes.
I mean, I know
it's just the whole thing like the captain likes your cooking, and that's basically the extent of it all.
And he's putting like his valor on him and all that right now, but he seems like upset. But it's like, hey, I mean, I got 2 minutes of a scene with you guys.
So I mean,
it would have been nice to get some history. Maybe he served under him.
Yeah,
you know, maybe.
But even then, at this point, they're not. I don't think they've really let on exactly what he was, like that he was a Navy SEAL. Or they're leaving that for like a later thing, once, for the villains to learn about that. So, I mean, that's maybe one detriment of having seen it. It just like hit the ground running and move forward and whatnot, and kind of leave the character development to other little bits and pieces throughout the rest of the film.
Yeah.
So, give and take.
Boom.
Look at that. I mean, that looks fairly.
Really happened.
It's probably like a little bit of an optical composite there or something, but it looks nice.
You got some Hendrix going on here, huh?
A little voodoo child. A Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Like to have him walking through the ship.
Air guitaring or something.
Classic. Yeah, on that note, just while we're having a montage here, Hogan walking out to Voodoo Child was pretty cool.
That's wicked.
I mean, it was like a rock concert when the NWO would come out.
Nick Mancuso Jr.
Where I know him from. Nick Mancuso Jr. What noteworthy thing will we know?
I don't know anything else specific. I don't know if you know Black Christmas, the horror film from the 70s.
Oh, I remember the remake. I saw the remake.
Okay, well.
Was he in the original?
Technically he is, because he's the voice of the killer in the film.
Oh, okay.
But he never shows up on screen. They I guess he's probably like a friend of the filmmakers or whatnot, and he came in and did the voices for the deranged killer in the film.
I always wanted to see the original. Was that better than the remake?
I never saw the remake. I love the original, like
really?
Live in Hell.
The remake was good too, so I wouldn't mind seeing the original. Oh gee, that's one well prepared heel.
Stranix, that's a good villain name.
Yeah, here's your setup here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's like CIA or something like that, former CIA. Yeah. So Tommy Lee Jones is ex-CIA who got screwed over about an operation.
Yeah.
That's the whole deal.
Yes, I did. Did you expect us to wait in Miami for you to come back and try again? I know things are a little chaotic for me right now.
That's nice.
He's good at it.
Yeah, he can.
He's a great hero. He's a great
tear up a scene. Yeah. I just like to see him more as a villain sometime. You know, you can really you can pull it off so well. I mean, the only other time he ever got to be a villain was in Batman Forever, and that was just completely terrible.
Yeah. Now you're setting them up right. You got all his history coming
in. Yeah. I mean, that's a great thing that the bad guy's ex-CIA who knows all your secrets. Yeah. You can't hide anything from this guy. He's been on it for a long time. You can't bullshit him with any kind of like a playbook to deal with that hostage scenario. Like he's stirred up the pot so much that you just have no other recourse in the situation.
There you go.
Yeah.
He tried to kill me. Now it's the revolution. I mean,
it's like now you're screwed. Which is so nice because now all these guys out here with all this resource and whatnot, their hands are tied. They can't do anything because anything they try, they see them coming, they just blow them out of the sky. It's a nice built structure for all that.
Well, I mean, you kind of get that feeling here where you almost sympathize with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, you're kind of thinking...
And that's kind of a mark of a really nicely done villain, that the guy, you understand his motivations, where he's coming from, and he has been wronged by this whole thing. Because
and they say,
the whole
you guys tried to kill me?
CIA stuff, at least in films and whatnot, is like, you'll cut your losses at a certain point in time, and everyone's expendable. Yeah, I don't think Tommy Lee Jones gets nearly enough credit for this performance.
Not at all.
Because everyone talks about like the Hans Gruber stuff like that and everything. You got to look at this performance. He's really sharp on this whole thing. It's so perfectly written for him.
He really is. I mean, he. A lot of times he's the hero too. He's the good guy. He's the gruff good guy, right? But as a bad guy, he's really killing it here, man.
And I think that also helps so much with how well this film was, how much money it made and whatnot. Because I mean, you could have Seagal there, but if you didn't have as good of a villain, it wouldn't be as strong of a film or entertaining as a film. Because but the heroes and the villains, you love them on a kind of an equal level here.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be so many different films like. You're engaged with one character, but as soon as you cut away from it, like, you're just sitting there waiting. When are we going to get back to the good stuff in the film? Yeah. The good stuff is on both ends of the whole thing. Every single scene has got a character you can engage with and be entertained by.
I feel like what happened, too, in the 90s was that we started to have cool bad guys, and we started to like bad guys a little more, and we started thinking...
Yeah.
Like, the first thought I had of here was, he has a reason. He got screwed over. I mean, how can I blame the guy?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't make it right. It's more like, how am I supposed to blame this guy? He didn't do... Yeah. But that was the thing. I noticed that shift. In the 80s, it was bad guy, good guy. 100% hero, villain. That was it. Boom, boom. But in the 90s, you kind of had those blurred lines where the villain was kind of cool. Yeah. And he had more purpose than just being like, oh, he's a Russian. He's a bad guy now. You know? Now it's like, he's got a little reason here. He's got some purpose.
Yeah, because, I mean... Just looking at what happened in the media and whatnot in the 80s, you got Iran-Contra and all these different things. Where you're seeing the shades of gray and the politics and all this stuff going on behind the scenes. It's easy for a screenwriter to kind of pull on those ideas and kind of mix it into an interesting dynamic for a film.
Yeah. There's that shadow, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, everything else is a little brighter in that room. So his forehead is always shadowed out.
Yeah.
With that epic thing where his eyes just show.
Yeah, he had such, just that fucking grim stare or whatnot.
He had a great piercing.
The intensity.
Yeah. And again, I always give him credit for, as a 10-year-old, this scene is awesome. Yeah. About to come up right here.
Wear out their VHS tapes at this point. Hello.
Nice. And she was like drugged up or something, right? I guess she took those pills.
Yeah, she fell asleep in the thing. Sure, I had to with all the gunfire going off. Which is exactly what Erika Eleniak was.
Was she July 89?
So, I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah.
What kind of bullshit?
I did a Hunter episode. Fred Dryer action going on there.
That's awesome. I did an episode of Hunter.
She's good in this.
Yeah.
You'd have expected to just be like a nothing actress.
Usually,
She's
yeah.
pulling it out.
Yeah, she's not too bad. They usually, when they pull out like play-by-miles, do little cameos and stuff, they weren't the greatest, but she's not doing too bad. She didn't do much acting after this, though. I mean, she did Baywatch, I think, right? But
Nothing huge, I don't think. Just
a lowly.
She's like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's one loaded chip. This idiot. What kind of tomahawks? Who cares? They're tomahawks.
Yes, they're gonna blow the shit out of you. Who cares?
Mr. Breaker, could you explain to me how this nut can hold a top position in one of our intelligence agencies?
Here we go.
Answer that. High-level covert operatives like Mr. Strackers.
Actually, Erika Eleniak had a very small role in E.T.
Did she?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
She ended up being a girl kissed by Elliot in a classroom scene.
Really? That was her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was in the 88 version of The Blob as well.
Oh, so she did do some stuff.
Yeah, she
she
was into it for a while then, so.
I thought we just said,
just a little small roles here and there.
So they just set up the background for Stranix.
Yeah.
Your executive order, which if anyone's seen A Few Good Men, the executive order is the kill, the authorization of a kill, the code red as it was called there.
Yeah, it looks like Erika Eleniak has done some just regular acting work every couple years, so good on her.
Tweety Bird to Roadrunner.
It's funny how they come up with these little things. They sign up Wile E. Coyote.
That's a Warner Brothers thing.
Oh yeah, it is Warner Brothers.
That's right.
Might as well.
Little semi-product placement in a way.
That's right. He's got a little one of those yellow sports Walkmans down there. I think I have one of those somewhere.
Yeah. All the sport ones.
Yeah.
Didn't the sport ones have a little rubber coating on the edge?
Yeah,
so if you drop,
the
idea of being sport was if you drop it while working out, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Throw in the locker.
He doesn't have too many lines in this movie.
No.
Anyways, it's not a great amount of... I mean, you have a lot more going on, though. That's the thing. Like, the supporting cast is heavy. I mean, he's got some major names. These two right here.
Yeah.
Some big names. Who are, if you think about it, known for their speaking roles a lot. You know, like Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey are known for dialogue roles.
Yeah.
So they can kind of run that side of things.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, I could always contain they've had more screen time at this point than he has.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great villain named Stranix is another great one.
Yeah. Krill and Stranix.
I mean, look at that. It's like some of the most evil tag team you've heard of. That's what I give these writers, and they just come up with these cool names like that.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. You played the seeds for...
Oh, yeah. Now they're getting a little friction in there. That's nice. See, that's interesting. I mean, Busey's character just like so surface level looking at this Casey Ryback's like, I just don't like this guy in principle. I'm not even going to look into who the heck he actually is until shit goes down and he finds out that he's a fucking Navy SEAL. Oh.
Yeah,
That's a bit convenient timing.
Yeah. I'm going to set it for 25 minutes.
Yeah. Shrapnel.
Like Casey's kimchi, is that what it says in that menu? Ryback-a-rino. You know, like the menu is pretty interesting.
Feed me more.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wonder if he came up with a name from this.
Maybe.
Kung Pao Casey, look at that. Yeah, interesting.
Art department's having some fun on this. The gentleman with the glasses, I've seen him always play a military role before. Like, usually, he always plays some kind of authoritative role. That's right, Norm. I think he's in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Characters, I can't. He's in one of the characters. It's like 10 years later after this, from then. I think so. Double check. But yeah, it's interesting because in Under Siege 2, practically get all the main players from these scenes back for the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Mancuso and him and everything, they're all in there too. That's what I think it is.
He probably has reading glasses with him, though. He looks that's even more on the dad note. Like, let me get my reading glasses on. Look at these plans of destruction.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Ryback's next.
There we go.
The goddamn cook's a seal. Expert. There we go. Here's your background.
Yeah.
There we go. There you go. The dissension in the ranks. For all this frustration over one guy.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that guy isn't in the thing.
No,
I've
seen him in something.
It looks a lot like Richard Dysart. He was also in L.A. Law, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see him in the credits there.
Was he in Air Force One, maybe?
I've only seen Air Force One once, like a year and a half ago.
Really? First time you watched it?
Yeah.
That's a great movie. And we're coming up on 20 years for that movie.
Yeah. 97, I think it was.
Yeah.
Don't date musicians.
Yep.
You're out.
I'm out of.
You're out of. You're out of
ranking
loop.
for Erika Eleniak in 1990s, 92.
Get for all the damn gear to carry around.
No, that's what he did. You missed that line. I think he was. She's like, "I'm the girl. Why do I have to carry everything?" And he says, "Because I support women's lib."
Well, the dialogue in this is so good. Some of the stuff you can't tell if it's really an ad lib or
I feel like a lot of it is like they ad lib a lot. Just play off the momentum of the scene.
Yeah. It's nice that they give him someone to interact with. Otherwise, it's just him walking silently between rooms and corridors.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have him
because
he's good at playing off with people. He'll play off somebody.
Because for the most part, it's maybe coming up soon where he gets like a radio or whatnot, or you can start talking to the guys in the war room or something. But
yeah,
for the most part, it's just like him just planning and moving around and setting things up.
She's walking around pretty boldly for somebody in On a siege ship.
Yeah. The photography in this is pretty all right.
Oh, they did great. I think it's made really well.
Never felt like the film had all that much style, but it's got moments where it looks really nice.
Yeah. The Blu-ray conversion is fantastic for what it is. I remember it's so much better than the VHS.
Yeah, especially a shot like this, nice wide angle
look
stuff.
at that. It really helps you take in the
scope of it all.
What's that? What is that?
It's like a sat phone or something. Yeah. Got that shadow going again.
I'm telling you, he's shot with like this permanent shadow over it, like the top like diagonal of his forehead. It's really interesting, actually. There we go. Chief Ryback.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. The shock amongst the room.
Hey, I'll guarantee Chief Ryback. He's a good guy. Never stand a chance. Don't tell him anything about our response.
You can't trust anybody here.
We want you to do it and continue to feed us on-site info.
This man may be crazy, but he's a professional. He manufactured some kind of radar system off of the Tomahawk. Believe it or not, that's what's
There you go. Now you get all your background just fed over. You know, everything's.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going on.
Chief Ryback, this is Admiral Bates speaking. Sir.
Bates. I don't have a name I can look up.
Yeah.
IMDb here. Okay, some guy named Andy Romano. Yeah, looked a lot like.
What else was he in? I'm really curious now.
Mainly credited in
Really,
Erase.
again,
He's
your
in,
background.
in the future, Fugitive against a Judge.
That might be.
Shows up in Eraser, Pump Up the Volume, Major League. So, it's got solid credits.
Toad. He referred to him as a toad. The casting is great. Like this is exactly the type of people
Yeah.
I expect in a government war room.
Nice that they don't cast it too big, because now they'll get like Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman or whatnot.
exactly.
Or a really big star or whatnot.
And
that,
it takes. I feel it takes away from it. You need the
Yeah.
average looking guy. You know.
Yeah.
That's.
your regular character actor type of guy.
Yeah. I feel like that's been
That
replaced.
you've probably seen in a few things like a Magnum PI or something
Right.
like that at the time. But
And I like that. I always love that stuff.
guys who fit into the role and don't stand out from it too much. It's really interesting. I mean, it's been a while since we actually had a beat of action in the film, but it's still moving the plot forward. You're still kind of engaged in what's going on.
You're getting a lot of background. You're getting a lot of move. Yeah, you're right. It's moving forward.
Yeah. The fact that you have him moving around in the shadows, whatnot, getting things in place for what he's going to end up doing, it helps it too. Paint there.
could have just opened it from the top, but okay. Well, again, tactical. I love it. Like, he always sets up something like that right there. Then perfect setup, you know?
There we go. That's a nice beat. A nice practical explosion. It just looks so good. It just like where they did a full size thing or a model or something like that. Just did it so well back then.
Oh yeah. The idea was he cut their way to get out.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now we're stuck in the same situation. Yeah. Now we have to deal with one another no matter what.
Right. We got her.
Yeah.
The amount of extras in this is fantastic. I mean, they had to hire a ton of guys. They sure shot, man.
Oh yeah. Oh shit!
I love it. I mean, I love it. All this movie is chock full of this.
Yeah.
Like, he's always a step ahead.
Guerrilla tactic type of stuff. Yeah.
That's
nice.
Brilliant. I mean, it's like they're like the magnitude of what these guys have to deal with.
Yeah. Nice. I think that's like Gary Busey's motto. This insanity is so logical. That's the explanation for everything in real life now.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah. I fucking love you now. Nice.
That's awesome. I like that detail, the Morse code.
But yeah, I mean, as much as like Jones and Busey are really holding up a lot of the film, if you had a weak action star in this thing, you're just like, I don't want to sit through this.
Oh, of course. You need a guy who can hold up. You know, I mean, it has to. One guy has to who has to balance out for two strong guys. You got to
have someone that's like, you got to root for someone here, and you don't want to end up being like rooting for the bad guy to blow away some lame actor or whatnot, trying to take him down.
The only other guy I could see fitting into this properly would have been a Bruce Willis.
A little bit.
This guy was in the fugitive too.
Huh. Because I was thinking about Van Damme doing this, but I think
No way. I couldn't see it.
His comedy would be a little too cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it always comes off that way, I felt.
Van Damme works well when he can do heartfelt stuff, not so much the funny stuff.
Great point. He can do heartfelt like Seagal can't.
He can emote very well on screen, which
Yeah.
is why I think Sudden Death works so well. He uses that towards his advantage, and he can also play the conviction of the character as well.
Good point.
But they don't give him any kind of like cheesy one-liners or anything, or
Yes.
have to be funny or whatnot.
You're right though, because any movies where Seagal has to emote, I don't, it's not that believable. He's a better tough guy.
Yeah.
But you're right. Van Damme is a better on the emotion side.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, just because we mentioned
He's an
him.
all-around quality actor.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fantastic.
You know, his attitude these days is very much of an asshole.
Is it really? I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah. Recent years, he does a lot of press junkets interviews where he just doesn't give a fucking shit.
Really?
He treats people on like the Kevin Smith film Cop Out.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith hated working with him.
Really?
He was such an asshole, such an egotist on the film.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it's really kind of. That's why I guess I haven't seen anything past Die Hard 3. So, but the fact that he keeps taking a paycheck no matter how bad the film potentially is kind of says a lot too. He could still be a very bankable star if he really put forth the effort, but it doesn't seem like he cares about those types of films anymore, even though he keeps getting cast in them. Like, just one of those actors. Willis has enough star power, and has enough good stuff behind him as both action star and as dramatic actor that he could do what he wants to, but he just chooses to do low energy projects.
And, these guys spend so long being in the number one guy, and everybody kissing their ass in the spotlight.
Yeah.
They get to a point where they just turn bitter, man. They just say, "The hell with it." Part of them's not being on top anymore, and who knows?
I mean, Stallone had phases where his ego got big, and then he kind of got a little bit more grounded or whatnot. So he's been through ups and downs like that.
I mean, we always also hear about Seagal too. He's become very difficult.
Oh yeah, I mean the last 15 years or whatnot, he's really just had scandals and
I guess these guys,
bad news going on all over the place.
You hear that a lot about a lot of your stars and heroes from the old days, and they turn the truth on about these guys, and you say, "Oh, gee."
Yeah.
You're like, these guys are really kind of shitheads.
Yeah, I mean, Seagal's had a lot of sexual abuse stuff, really nasty shit that's going on in his personal life.
And Mike, the way I look, I try to get involved too much in that stuff.
Yeah.
As far as I know him, he's an actor in the movies I like, and that's all I care.
That's why I can watch this stuff and just know the most he would probably do at this point in time would just be power plays on set or whatnot. He wasn't like being that type of person he is now.
Think about it, all these guys are just alpha males, for their whole lives almost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, then they get knocked off that perch. Like, it's hard for these guys to accept sometimes.
I mean, look at this whole shot. I mean, this whole pushing in crane shit, and
that's a great shot.
There's some solid imagery in this film. Dropping the anchor.
Who the hell is that? I was about to say, who the hell is this?
I'll have to take a message.
This is kind of a funny scene.
Yeah.
This is kind of comedic.
It's like, yeah, they're in route. It's like, well, I'm a little bit in a situation here. Can I pick up the pace? Easy for you to say.
Jeez. There's that light, man. I think he had to have that.
Oh
written in.
yeah,
Like he has
written
to say,
in
like,
his contract or some
shoot me with a
shit.
dramatic light because it comes off so cool. I noticed it.
Yeah. Check on the DP on the film.
And as a kid, that was such a mark for him because of that. Because he always looked cool. You know, without even the ad, he looked cool at all times. This is a good gunfight. You get double cross-firing and shit.
Oh yeah.
Michalak, Did we get her name, or she's still Miss July?
Jordan Tate.
Jordan Tate, that's right.
Yeah.
She's Jordan, yep. I like they did a good job with the depth perception of the ship. You know, they kind of like gave you that even on the internal shots.
Yeah.
They gave you a nice feeling of how it really. Oh, geez, that's brutal.
Oh.
That was a brutal kill. I feel like every Seagal movie has at least one of those super brutal kills.
Yeah.
These guys are still working away on these rails, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they use some nice lenses where it's not. They've got a nice depth of focus to everything. You don't have a lot of stuff that's like shallow focus where everything's just like blurred out in the background that you can see into the depth of the ship. There we go. A little bit of something.
Yeah. Now you're getting your
there we go.
The multi-man fight scenes here. An armpit stab. That's new.
Oh, there we go. That's what you come here for.
There you go. You always get this. You always get the one other guy who can fight like him.
Oh,
Jesus!
Ooh, I don't want that one.
I wonder if the unrated version has taken the whole arm off.
Find me the work print.
Whew. That was pretty good. Like, fuck you, straight.
It's always that little thing in the back of your head. You're thinking like, okay, they'll get their $200 million.
Yeah.
Where are you going to hide in the world where they're not going to find you?
It was always the thing. Every movie, you had 200. Like, yeah. I mean, they're obviously gonna know where you are. If you're trying to spend that money.
I mean, you're not gonna go to the fucking Bahamas or whatnot. They'll have a fucking strike team on you in like a half a day. Have to hide out in some freaking third world country where there's no air conditioning and you got $200 million and you gotta live in like squalor and everything. It's like, okay, well, or you live in some communist country somewhere and you can't enjoy yourself. So like, So there's just things like the villains who want to take over the world. Okay, like you conquer the world. Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Sit around on your ass all day.
Spend your money that you got from your heist.
That's always the thing I think of. It's like Dr. Doom, I'm gonna take over the world. You realize it's boring as fuck now. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing before.
The chase is better than the catch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a light, man. See, it's always there.
It's a good DP. And this is a little bit different than Die Hard in a certain way, because like in Die Hard, like all the cops and the FBI guys, they're fucking incompetent as shit.
Oh yeah.
This one, everyone that's trying to help him out a little bit at a time, they're all very competent and capable. Everyone kind of goes in with him on the entire thing. So,
well, they succeed or not?
That's a nice, question, but just nice that he's getting that help a little bit from the guys he frees here and there in the ship to kind of help him out there. So I was like, they got the general pieces of things, but they're not following exactly the same thing. They're taking the basic idea of it, but they're applying their own mentalities towards it all.
Yeah.
And now the balance of the film's kind of changed. You're getting less of the villains. There's more Seagal as it goes on. So,
Jesus, look at this.
Just the carnage everywhere. The guy's just hanging upside down. They didn't kill him or anything.
That's true. He didn't really kill him.
No, he's probably just passed out or something.
Yeah. Look at this carnage.
Did you?
It would have been worth it. That's a good one.
Just cooking up some stuff here.
And in your experience, do they ever repurpose extras, like, you know, kind of a couple guys in the background, the guy got killed in a fight scene or shoot?
It happens time
and then they
time to
dress
time,
the guy back up and say, hey, just walk around the back here.
Usually it happens on lower budget stuff, bigger budget stuff. They'll typically have certain people selected for certain sequences or certain groups of people in the film.
Right.
I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, they got a whole lot of people involved with this just on screen alone. A lot of extras and everything.
I like the use of the condom.
MacGyver-esque.
Yeah, it's very MacGyver-esque. Yeah, that was definitely a very MacGyver-ish scene.
Yeah. I don't know if I missed or whatnot, why they're taking the missiles with them, whether it's insurance or they're going to sell them off or something. I kind of missed that part.
They're selling the missiles off.
Mm-hmm. This is pure Navy SEAL stuff here.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, this kind of stuff filmed in a closed set type of thing? I mean, that's...
They probably would have had like a backlot tank or something, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Hook him up.
Hook him.
Jesus Christ.
Oof.
What do they get?
Mask or something. There.
Oh, they cut his back.
Yeesh.
Oh, they got him pretty good.
Yeah. Oh.
That's pretty brutal. Like, they hooked the guy. Oh, God. This is the guy who's, I'll get that son of a bitch myself. Whew. It's pretty chopped up in the back.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
You're incredible, Raven. It's a shame you're not good with us.
She took him out. should be day musicians. There you go.
Yeah.
Odds are he is.
Well, speaking of MacGyver, Michael DeBar, he played Murdoch on MacGyver,
Oh, really?
the arch nemesis. He gets one line in this film.
Yeah. There you go. You can't fix it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot that he got pretty beat
Yeah.
up on that scene. I mean, they had to show some realism here that he, you know, I mean, he's taking on an entire ship's worth of enemies. I mean, he's gonna
Yeah.
have something happen. I guess, you know, the hooking, yeah, it's pretty brutal. But
Yeah.
I would have been a little better if he maybe took a few bullets or something. But yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I mean, the pace is kind of slowed back down a bit.
Yeah.
So. You got punched up for a little bit, then we kind of sagging back down a tad.
This is where that's where they start turning on each other. You know, that's one of those
Yeah.
things.
I'll put it to you in plain English. It is so simple. Hammer that rod back into place. Weld it over the bomb plate.
What was he doing here? I might have missed some of this.
Well, the bomb you blew up, so they got to.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Johnson? We can't let him get away with his shit. What about those 5 instruments? No good. We offloaded all the armor piercing rounds.
He was an Ace Ventura.
Yes.
Level penetrate. Callaway. Gunner's mate. Yeah, Chief. You see those? We still got shells for those.
This devious nerd. He's got a beer.
Yeah.
That did it. It's charging. A few minutes will have enough power to fire.
Well done.
Well done.
Nice.
Look at her.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, definitely, obviously, they definitely got a lot of influence and insight from the Navy, how the
Oh,
operations of the ship worked and everything.
You need a crew of consultants to make
Yeah.
sure you do right by them because you know
Yeah,
military is so particular,
yeah,
you know, about being represented properly.
Mhm.
So you know they definitely had some good consultation.
yeah.
You see those black switches? I tell you to click them all one by one.
Would we blow up the subway the next go?
Doesn't work like that. They're not going to detonate. Just send with the sun. Alright, now lower the cradle. Cradle lower. Alright, now ram the projectile. When you ram that powder, you ram it easy.
Oh, that's the gunpowder. I was trying to figure out what that was.
Starboard's the way. Fire the starboard.
They're firing at us. They're just testing. Those just fly these smart birds. They don't have any shells that can hurt us.
Freeze, Callaway.
Oh. we go. Well, I love the wonderment of time of everything. What the hell's going on here?
It's like, oh shit.
Boom.
Oh, nice, Sal.
Now what? I'm trying to figure out what is Krill thinks going on here. That they're turning on him.
I don't know.
Here we go. Going on its way. This is a good. This is a good. Like, it's a good scene. You kind of almost get lost
Yeah.
in thinking what's going to happen next. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. That's all she wrote. There you go.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
Here we go. Coming unglued.
So good.
This is it. She got, I took the sweater off.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're dropping all the Warner Brothers names there.
Well, his ears would be ringing, yeah.
He's losing it.
Splendid work.
That's it. He's
Wonderful.
done. Chips and dips on the other day. I was like, all these action movies all had like these panels of switches.
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't do anything. They just switch them on. You think something's gonna happen. Oh gosh. Well, where are these headed now? Let's see. Back to the war room.
Mhm.
Admiral, yes, sir. Nimitz is tracking 2 Tomahawks just launched from the Missouri. Where are they headed? Honolulu.
Oh, that's right. The light up on what light up light?
Flight time, 24 minutes, sir. That was with the sweat of the air. Only the short coach on his list aboard Missouri. Scrambled Navy and Air Force fighters from Pearl. Now, those are the consequences of those missiles dropping on Honolulu. And I saw now. Approximately 1 million people will reach 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit in less than a second.
You got your ticking clock and everything.
24 minutes.
Just blame it on the Now they're turning on him.
Wow, isn't that something? You know, it's government works. Blame it on the cook. Yeah, but when he saves their lives, so hey, great guy. You're ready to sell the guy out.
Yeah.
Bastards. He's got a great bad guy face.
Oh yeah.
No, that's it.
Got it.
That nerd's got to go.
Oh yeah, he's got to get it.
I've had enough of that guy.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Gotta break a bone here, man.
Yeah, twist the bone in a way it doesn't twist, right?
Oh, he ripped out his throat.
Oh my god. That's a whole new level of Seagal. I mean, he took and ripped your throat out to a literal level here.
Oh lordy. Nice. It's interesting because, I mean, at this point, there's no idea who's behind this whole thing.
That's right. Now it's like the first face-to-face. We're
Oh,
already
yeah.
near the end of the movie.
It's been like Die Hard where they're talking over the radio
Oh,
and whatnot. This is the first, like, revelation he has of who's behind all this shit.
He said, yes, sir. They know each other.
Yeah.
Speeding away to sunny little hospital terminal. As you can see, below the current, I got the key. Lock the building. Step forward. Sit over there.
Nice.
You know what's the end of the world on television, my man. Put your feet up. Relax.
Just like that Tommy Lee Jones doesn't overplay anything. He just got dialed in just right.
He keeps it perfect. He always has. That's always been one of his best talents is that he keeps it good. He knows when to turn it up and when to turn it down.
I like this whole thing how he just keeps moving around the room and just around the post and whatnot. It's nice blocking with the camera and everything.
Yeah.
Keeps some motion in the whole thing, give him some business to do. It's smart. Nice.
That's a good line. Good line before an action.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's along the lines of, I don't care.
Yeah.
The infamous,
fugitive line, yeah. This is not enough fucking knife fights in movies, man.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
And knife, especially like you're right. They're not really aren't enough.
It's just like it's so fucking dangerous.
It is.
I like that they're not shooting it too close.
Yeah.
They got nice long takes here.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then he gouges a fucking eye.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, right in the head.
Lord Almighty.
Oh. Keep the fist straight. Nice.
He
Oh.
sank his eye and stabbed him in the head, then
Put it right in the cranium.
and put him through a screen. Good Lord. So both villains are dead.
Oh, yeah.
But these guys think they're alive. They're about to nuke the ship.
Yeah.
right. I'm still headed over to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got the codes here.
He's gonna have to call. Yeah, he's gonna have to call the codes into them, and they have to do it from outside because Shanks wrecked the transmitter.
That's affirmative. Oh shit. Well, it looks like Hawaii. Imagine a typo on that. And what are we gonna do?
Nice.
There we go. That's it. Crisis averted.
Good
Yeah,
man.
now it's good, man. They're ready to sell the guy down the river.
Sir, call up your bombers, sir. Call up your bombers. We're calling out the aircraft. Got a Zodiac here and some Sea Rays. You know, little umbrella. Get it, Kate. I'll go with
That guy, those things became weathered in a matter of an hour and a half.
Gonna have a guy smoking a cigarette at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the water.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, what's for breakfast?
There you go.
Oh, you had to get that in. Yeah, you knew that had to go in there.
Oh, yeah.
An hour and a half with that chick. You know, you got to get something out of it. Where are they ending it at? I'm trying to figure out where this is. Sanford? It's got to be San
I would
Francisco, right?
imagine it's San Francisco
Because
Bay.
the bomb was headed towards Honolulu, right?
Yeah.
And there we go.
Nice.
That is Under Siege.
They said they'd wrap it up real quick and everything.
Hmm?
So they,
Yeah.
they kill
Yeah,
off
they didn't-
Strandix and they get everything wrapped up real quick. They
Which
don't
I
linger on
appreciate.
it or anything for too long.
They didn't drown. They didn't
But
draw
that-
it out, which was nice.
Well, when I watched Air Force One, there's a little bit of that because then the Air Force One they kill off the bad guy. Then there's like another 15 minutes of getting everyone off this plane onto this plane.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's something else going. Like 20 minutes later, then the film ends. So
That's that.
yeah, I can see how this just hit the right spot for general audiences.
Which is, yeah, it is. I mean, it was really fun. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It keeps you engaged the entire time. There's not a Paris movie where you kind of just fall off and get
Yeah.
bored. I liked it a lot in
Yeah.
that regard. Like it kept me interested the whole way through.
Definitely. And get to the music credit, find out what that song was earlier.
Oh, the hair bands on the beginning.
Yeah. Early 90s power rock. Yeah, I mean this is definitely the Seagal's peak, whatnot, box office wise. After this,
yeah.
things got a little bit muddled here and there.
Yeah.
With how the rest of his stuff went along.
I mean, he was still putting out theatrical releases.
Yeah.
But nothing. I think this was the peak of it, and it kind of scaled after that.
Yeah. Especially with the next film, On Deadly Ground, where he ended up being director and putting a lot of ego and power plays, whatnot. I think they kind of made him less of a enticing commodity for some people.
Yeah. Was he tapped to do the Expendables? Do you know, or
I think Stone probably engaged with. I think there was a potential of him being on there, but I think it was like a clash with a producer on the film or something that kept him away.
he was like the only guy missing from it, really.
Yeah, I mean, there were like rumors like a fourth Expendables having like Pierce Brosnan and Nick Cage in it and whatnot, and that never has not happened.
Really?
Yeah, I think they prematurely announced some people being involved in some of the films that ended up not being in it, like Jackie Chan or something like that, and then they fall out before anything is signed or anything. So
yeah, usually most of the guys were in it. I mean, most of the names.
Yeah, Dolph and Van Damme and Arnold and Bruce and Jet Li. Let's see if there's a band name I recognize.
Yeah,
in
let's
this.
see here.
Snap.
Screams. I'm guessing it's Screams and Dreams. Sounds like an '80s band.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing familiar. I think at the end of, I think it's On Deadly Ground. There's a Scorpion song. Is that it? Or I think it's something else. I don't know.
Jeez,
There's some like it was like either that or it's like a Van Damme film or something. There's something around this era, an action film that had a Scorpion songs at the end of it. USS Missouri BB-6 was decommissioned March 31st, 1992.
Oh wow! So they used an actual ship.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Well, that's our commentary for Under Siege, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to hear your comments about what you feel about the film and everything, but we'll be back soon with some more great stuff. So guys, take care. Bye.